All right, now that we have set up the submission, we can add some more things to it that are necessary uh, for the operation of a submission. So let's deep dive further. Let's add some custom questions first. This section works a little differently right now and will in future be working like the add-ons. We have add-on pages and then we have questions. Add-on pages and then add-ons, and similarly we'll have custom question pages and then we have questions. However, currently it works like this. We can create a custom question page related to, let's say, physics, and we say description is physics related questions, and then we can add our custom questions by clicking on this button here, custom questions, and we can click on this button, add custom question. Let's say, are you a physicist? And then we can add some description, but we'll choose not to right now. And answer type, let's say yes or no, and we can link it to delegate types and presentation types as well. So let's not do that right now. Let's keep it as it is, and we can keep it publicly visible and reviewable, and we can also select a default answer. We'll not do any of it, we don't want to, and we can click on add. And now once we do add button here, this page gets created and all the details are saved. Let's click on add, and now we have a custom question page called physics, and it has a question called are you a physicist. We can add another question, are you a cosmologist, are you a cosmologist, and let's say the answer type is now a drop down box which says yes, no, and aspiring to be. And let's save this as well and save those changes. And now when we go ahead and submit a paper into this physics section, we'll be able to see these custom questions under the page physics. Now let's go on and see what reviews are. Let's click on review stages. By hovering over reviews and clicking on review stages, we'll reach the review stages. Now we already have an initial review stage, which we can assign our submissions to, or which get submissions assigned to by default. We can create another stage which is the final review, and then it's not the default review stage, so let's keep it no. We can have the ability to have full papers. This enables the full paper review capabilities. Please note that this incurs a cost, so let's keep it no for now. We can have the notification email sending on a submission of paper. All reviewers who have reviewed this submission will receive an email notification. Let's tick this, and we also have a reviewer notification email on submission of a paper. At this review stage, only reviewer who have reviewed the submission will receive an email notification. So let's check this. Submit a reviewable, what does it mean? This allows submitter to see the public review criteria. These will be emailed to the reviewer when the review is uploaded. So let's keep this checked. Now, how many reviews can be done per an abstract in a single stage? So there is a possibility that inside a single stage there could be 2 or 3 reviews done per a paper. So we can set the maximum limit of the reviews per an abstract per stage here. Let's say we can give 2 reviews per abstract per stage here. And how many times can a reviewer review submission? So it's basically inside of this stage, how many papers can a reviewer review. So let's say we give the ability to have 5 papers reviewed at max by one reviewer. The rest of it will be reviewed by someone else. Sort by is just ability to sort, and then we have reviewer search. We can search for reviewers and disable automatic allocation. Usually what happens is they get automatically allocated into this initial review page, sorry, initial review stage. But we can disable that, and we can also have blind review. In that case, you cannot see the authors or submitters, so that we can remove any partiality or the bias that may come with the reviewer. So let's not do that for now, we'll do it later. Let's create, and now you have the final review stage. We can also edit this default stage to include some changes. Let's say full paper, yes. Let's say so reviews per abstract to 3, reviews per reviewer, let's set to 3, and let's keep the rest as it is. Let's save. And now I have two review stages. Now, who is going to review in these two stages? That is decided by the reviewers. And we can also set the review criteria. What parameters are you going to judge a paper on? So let's set a review criteria. We can click on review criteria here, and then add our questions. We have two default questions here, which is the score and comment. Score is answer type is score, which gives us 10 stars, out of which 10 stars we can give 8, 9, or 9.5, whatever suits our needs. And then it's also mandatory. And we have another question where we can add a comment to the review. We can also add a custom review criteria, which is, does this fit the standard of the papers submitted in this event? And the answer would be, let's say, yes or no. And we can select the stage for which it's going to be asked. Let's say I want to ask initial review, and whether it's mandatory or not, let's say yes or no. So let's keep it no. And should submitters be able to see these answers only on a specific stage? So let's leave it out. We can also upload an image for the question. Let's create this for now. And now this question has been created. This is the review criteria on the basis of which a reviewer is able to judge a submission. Now let's click on reviewers. Now I have two stages, initial review physics, and I have another stage which is final review. I can add reviewers to a particular stage. Let's say I want to add someone called, let's search for someone with the character U. Let's say Suzanne Brooks, and we can expand this. We can set both of the types here. So let's say I want to set this to uh, the whole setup, the whole submission, right? So these are categories, right? And let's add the reviewer to both of these categories. Now I want to add someone to the final review. Let's say someone with an initial of R. Let's say it's Kerry Reed, and they can observe all of these and review all of these. Let's add the reviewer. And now I have two reviewers, one in the first stage and one in the second stage. We'll come to reviews after someone has submitted a paper and we can review it. And now we have another thing which is called the conveners. Job of a convener is to observe and see what is going on in the submissions. So let's add some convener. Let's say their name is John. Let's search someone by the name of John. John Hossington, and let's assign them on all of this and add convener. All right, so now our submission setup is complete, and now we are ready to have someone submit to this society, physics. Thank you.